Hey guys, this is Snowy from Snowcat Art, and I'm going to be drawing dragons today. This is my second voiceover video, and it is being recorded on December 28th. So I'm starting off with the Sea-Wing. I was pretty happy with the Sea-Wing, but in the end I ended up changing the colors, since I wanted it to look unique, and it was looking a bit too much like Tsunami, who I modeled it off of. I don't know why I'm saying it, because it's a she. I mean, she's a she. Oh well. So, her name is Turquoise, and I decided to name all of my dragons because I just thought it would be fun and it would give them a bit of personality and uniqueness. I imagine her as kind of a serious dragon that doesn't take jokes lightly. I don't know why, but I really like to make up story for my characters, even if I'm just drawing them and naming them, and I don't really have an ulterior motive. I don't know why I said it like that, because now it seems like I'm doing like a master scheme or something. But yeah, I decided to color the liner but not shade anything, since I'm drawing 12 dragons and shading all of them would be a bit much. Later in this video, I'm going to be drawing different dragon tribe types from the Lost Continent, so if you haven't read up to that point, I wouldn't suggest sticking around. Don't worry though, I'll warn you when we get closer to that point. I'm drawing the Skywing now, and I really like how it turned out. I had to change up the face a bit, and honestly, the horns are questionable. They don't look quite right to me, and I think I would make the bottom of the horns a bit wider if I could redo it. But you know what? I've spent a lot of time on it, and it doesn't look that bad, but it's just bothering me a bit. I liked how all of the different tribes were quite unique, but also had many similarities, like the same general face shape, and obviously I drew them all with the same similar eyes, but I noticed in details that like all their ear folds and other different small things like that were different, and I really thought that was cool. My Skywing's name is Zodiac, by the way, because I thought her colors matched that of a Chinese zodiac, you know, golden red. Now I'm drawing my Rainwing. Her name is Lavender. I think she's my favorite, or at least tied for my favorite. She's just, I don't know, there's something about her. It might also be the fact that she's purple. Purple is my favorite color. And Nightwings are actually my favorite tribe, but Rainwings are probably a close second. About the other tribes, though, I think I'd all place them at third. I don't really have that much of a preference. I just think Rainwings and Nightwings are kind of sleek and pretty. And I guess that's just what I like. The video's a bit laggy in some places, and I apologize for that, but sadly I'm filming on a very old and laggy computer, so sometimes things just slow down. I apologize for all the jumps. Overall, I tried not to make too many characters purple, since I have a tendency to go overboard on that. And I think I did a good job. I was gonna make the Rainwing's eyes yellow or green to contrast with the purple and pink, but then I realized that I made the Sea-Wing's eyes green and the Skywing's eyes yellow. So I was like, okay, maybe not. I did the Mudwing next, and the Mudwing's name is Brick. I don't know if that's a name used. I hope it's not. I didn't really research that far. But he's basically just your standard Rainwing. Rainwing, Mudwing. He's loyal and has close ties to his family. I drew him pretty orangish, and in fact his color palette was basically exactly like Clay's. But I decided, no, this looks way too similar, and so I changed it and made it a lot more yellowish. Although, I couldn't bother really changing the liner, because, But yeah. I was gonna make his background kind of a bricky red color, but I decided against it. Next, I'm going to draw a Nightwing. I also really like the Nightwing. Its horns are very unique, as they're the only perfectly straight horns. And that's why I named my Nightwing Crystal Gazer, because for some reason, those straight horns remind me of like little crystals. I didn't like how the chin looked, so after drawing the Icewing, I decided to change it. Speaking of, after drawing this, I'll be drawing the Sandwing and the Icewing, and after that, if you haven't read The Lost Continent and don't want any spoilers, you should probably click off. So, my Nightwing was basically just standard dark purple Nightwing. There's not much about it. I liked the contrast of the light purple on the dark purple, and that's basically it. Here I am changing the colors of the Seawing, and I really much prefer the color palette after than before. I kept the green eyes, but the rest I changed, and I think it just looks a lot nicer now. The colors just seem to go together more. I don't really know what to say. Next, I am drawing my Sandwing. I am kind of disappointed. She ended up looking a bit too much like Sunny than I'd prefer, but I gave her like a thicker snout, and hopefully she looks a bit more strong. Sandwings have a very interesting snout armor thing. I don't know what it's called, that thing at the front of their snout, but it's a lot different than all the other tribes. And so later I can't wait to make a hybrid. What I'm hoping to do with my last 12 slots is just make a bunch of hybrids and, of course, name them all. Because, oh man, it's fun to name my dragons. My Sandwing's name is Pebble. So just in case you've forgotten the earlier dragons, for my sake and yours, I think I better say them again so I don't forget myself. My Seawing's name is Turquoise, my Skywing's name is Zodiac, my Rainwing's name is Lavender, my Mudwing's name is Brick, and my beautiful Nightwing's name is Crystal Gazer, and my Sandwing's name is Pebble. My Icewing here is named Blizzard. Blizzard he's a very, very spiky guy, just like all Icewings. But I like to think that he has a heart of gold in there somewhere. Maybe. Maybe very, very deep in there. I thought he was really fun to draw, and although I had some difficulties with those spikes, and they ended up looking quite chaotic, I think it actually fits him. If you noticed, I've been doing a different style of eyes lately than what I usually do, and I think I really like it. I might keep it this way, I might not keep it this way. It just depends. Just fixed the Nightwing's chin, and now I'm doing some touch-ups on the Sandwing and Icewing. And here I go. I put all the names on the other dragons between takes, and this is now filmed from today, whereas the other stuff was from yesterday. This is now Lost Continent content, and you should click off. If you haven't I've read it, that is. I don't want to just like make everyone click. I hope you guys didn't click off if you have read it. Whatever. But here's my Silkwing. My Silkwing's name is, drumroll please. Why do I have a feeling that absolutely no one is drumrolling? Oh well, his name is Beetle. And I don't know, I just thought it fit his color palette. I really like him, and I think he's also one of my favorites. He has a unique snout shape that I really like. When I made a hybrid of him and the Skywing, well, not him in particular, but Silkwings and Skywings, I tried to add that sort of silhouette shape, but add a bit more spikiness. Like the Skywings have all those horns. Okay, here I go with the Hivewing. So, sorry there was a little jump there. My camera stopped recording for a bit, and everything got glitchy. So I really apologize for that. The whole process, my camera was just kind of lagging around, and speeding it up and then re-recording over it with the same bad frame rate just made everything really bad. I'm sorry. But yeah, you get to stare at his, or I guess his eye. His name is, and I'm not going to do that drum roll thing again because like I said earlier, I'm pretty sure no one ever drum rolls for, like, actually for these, and I don't know what I'm talking about, and I just talked so much I forgot his name. But yeah, did a few touch-ups, and yeah, it was pretty simple. Next, I am working on one of my hybrids. I was going to do the Leafwings next, but, I decided I needed to break from all those regular dragons and just wanted to go a bit loose with this one. So, I did a Rainwing Nightwing combo. I did not look at any reference pictures of other people's hybrids, although I'm sure there are a lot of them, and because I just wanted to take my own unique take without any, outside influence. I think honestly that it looks really good. It's kind of like an armored rainwing, and also I put Crystal Gazer's little teardrop thing because I just thought while drawing this that, hey, Crystal Gazer kind of sounds like she would be a mind reader, so now she is. um, so yeah, instead of like the frills on a usual rainwing, I put like one tiny part of the frill attached to the bottom part of the ear, and I really like how it looks. I could not for the life of me, however, decide how I wanted to color this. I was coloring it green and yellow, and then I just kind of looked at my other stuff and was like, I don't know. But, you know what? It was fine, so I just kept it. Now I'm pretty glad that I kept it, but at the time of drawing it, I wasn't sure on it. What I really had trouble coloring, though, is my next hybrid. My Silkwing and Skywing hybrid, and it's definitely the, most clashing dragon I drew. By the way, I just remembered my Hivewing's name is Locust, and my hybrid Nightwing, Rainwing's name is Lime. I don't know. It's more of a Rainwing name than a Nightwing one, but I didn't want it to be like Lime Eater or something. That would just sound kind of stupid. And it kind of, electric lime color, that was sort of the green that I used for a lot of it. I don't know what I'm talking about. But here I am doing the Skywing Silkwing combo. And although this one was very interesting, I'm not sure if I'm satisfied with the final results. As I'm doing this, I'm also doing small touch-ups on the other stuff, which is why you'll see it flash to the other things, like, momentarily. These two were very different. The Silkwings are very unarmored on their face, whereas the Skywings practically look like they're wearing a helmet. So I kind of wanted to do something, I don't know, different. The Silkwings' horns were, well, quite straight, although not quite the same as Nightwings. They were still very straight. And the Skywings were very curvy. So I did one big curve and then had the rest be straight and thin. I thought it actually made it look very interesting. And here I go, going crazy on the coloring. I first went to orange and then to purple, and then I'm doing purple and blue. And, oh man. This just gave me so much difficulty, and I only just then, as I was coloring, remembered that little Silkwing antennae strand, and I wanted to kind of put it back like a Chinese dragon has those whiskers, but like above the eye. I just really like that aesthetic. And then I went back and did it all red, and then started putting some yellow, before being like, oh wait, but I already have a green and yellow one, I should add more colors. So I put purple in it, because that's my default color if I need another color. Yeah, I don't know about the color scheme on this, but in the end, it's not bad. And, I guess I'm satisfied with it. Kinda, maybe. I don't know, I'll probably look back at this like a month later and be like, what was I thinking? What is this? For the hybrids, by the way, I put a gradient background going from one color that represented one tribe for me to another color. For the Nightwings, I put little stars in it, so I also did that on the Nightwing side of the Rainwing Nightwing hybrid. I named my beautiful, maybe beautiful, Silkwing and Skywing hybrid Peacock, and I think it really suits them, or him. He has very flashy colors that sometimes don't seem to go the best together, but if you really look at it, it's not that bad. It's just very bright and bold, and it's definitely, he's not gonna be sneaking in any crowds anytime soon. Unless it's in Jewel Hive, of course. Here I got my Leafwing, and I actually hadn't looked at a picture of a Leafwing before, surprisingly. I had always had my own little picture in my head of just dragons with leaves for wings, but no, it was not like that. And I didn't even know they had that little frilly thing on top, kind of like the Seawings have down their backs. It's interesting looking, and it's cool to see all the differences in design between the dragon tribes. I accidentally put the liner layer as the same layer as the picture that I pasted onto to use as reference, but oh well. I'm not so satisfied with the coloring of the leafling either because, all the leaflings are kind of generic and I wish I could really go outside of the comfort zones there and add some more stuff. So here's all my things. I have turquoise, zodiac, lavender, pebble, blizzard, beetle, locust, brick, lime, peacock, iguana, and crystal gazer. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!